going like this, you know. That's why we do that float. But it's possible to float and not be relaxed. Completely relaxed shoulders and wrists, floppy hands, right? And look in the mirror. Okay. I'll just put a different color on here so I don't have to rewrite stuff. Let me see the downward thumb pivots.
Lost my spot on my. Okay.
Your what?
Oh, my pinky fell off the.
Oh. Okay, now freeze for a second. Notice your thumb. So just take your fingers off so you can, yeah. Okay, so your thumb is here in the up position, right? Okay, put your fingers back on what you were. Okay, so it actually needs to be at a 45 that way, or approximately. Everybody's hands are a little bit different. Okay, and then when you do the pivot, the thumb pivots away from the bump, so it's not actually touching the bump. Yeah, may I try this? I want to see how that feels, what you were doing. Yeah, I think you were trying to come up too far, like it sort of looked like you were pushing this into the bump on the way up, in the up position. So in the up position, that's not quite a 45-degree angle, but close, okay? And then you're gonna go down. Here, I'll do this again. You're gonna go down. I did that too fast. I should have done it slower for you. And then now I'm actually not touching the bump, but almost. So now I'm on the corner of that thumb, and now I'm gonna come back up. And then just make sure you don't go up too far, okay? Because the distance that we get is going this way. Freeze. Okay, so this finger is touching in the wrong spot. Needs to be touching there. I mean, it's not touching the wrong spot on the bow. I should say the wrong place of the finger is touching. Okay. Yeah, and then come back. And then there should be about the space of a pinky there. Okay, so what happened that time was your thumb rolled onto its pad instead of rolling
My thumb didn't
that way.
want to go down. I don't know why I did that.
Okay, so relax right here. Let's get your bow hand set this way. So get a, yeah. Okay, does that feel relaxed? Good, I'm gonna let go. So imagine it rolling along the nail. And now bring it back up. Yeah, now do it slow motion. 1/1000 stop. 2/1000 stop. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so everybody's thumbs are a little different. You might feel the bump just tiny bit when you're in this down position, but that looks way better now because now the angle is correct. So the reason I named this, I've had different names for it over the years, and then I kind of stuck with the downward thumb pivot the last few years. So you're gonna be like this. Make sure you come back so that you feel that the bump is like pulling the skin back away from your nail in a way, but not not because the nail's pressing, just because of where the bump is on the nail.
Oh, that makes sense.
Okay, good. Those
She
look
appears
really
to be
good.
going more like this than like that.
Let's see how far you're going. Yeah, maybe from your angle you could see it better than I could. Yeah, that
wanna
looks
come over
good.
in?
That looks good. I think you might have been, it might be that you were trying to make too big of a motion, but you were doing it by sacrificing, I mean, because you wouldn't do that by coming up too far.
The idea is something like this, is that right? As opposed to,
Yeah, exactly. Uh-huh.
The thing
It's a diagonal. I used to call these diagonal finger folds because diagonal, it's so the bow is moving down, but it's also moving at a diagonal this way. Does that make sense?
that makes sense, but it
See if that helps you to think of it. So what?
the thing you said about the nail
Mm-hmm.
made the most sense.
Good. Then I don't have to draw on your nail with a Sharpie. I don't know what you're doing afterwards.
do you mean
You're probably doing
her
something.
thumb? Is that the nail
Yeah,
that she should feel?
the thumbnail. Right. So it's traveling
The point of,
along the nail rather than going like that.
the point of contact is rotating.
Yeah, it's a pivot.
This
Of
one.
course, it could be pivoting the wrong way, right? But freeze. You are touching your first finger, and so that first finger is one of the key things. The pinky needs to always come back and be on the inside octagonal. So it's actually never leaves the inside octagonal. It just sort of goes down until it's so straight. Mm-hmm. So just don't come up too far. See, if you come up so that this is a 90-degree angle here, you'd probably come up too far for your hand. Okay, now let's tweak it a little bit. Can you look for a straight line all the way from here down? More or less straight. Instead of going like this, you're going like that. That way you're isolating your fingers. And then don't let this move. So try not to let it come away from my fingers.
It's kind of
There you go.
It's kind of an interesting practice in coordination, isn't it?
It is. At Young Artist one year, one of the adjudicators said that that motion, the up motion, is the most complicated motion a person could do with their body. I don't know about that. I mean, what about ice skaters doing, those?
Or even yoga poses.
Yeah, right. But it is complicated. Yeah, your first finger. So look at that first finger. You should really, because you can see the first finger. There you go. Yeah, aren't you glad I'm not contagious? I went to see the doctor the other day because I thought, oh, I'm flying next week, so I'm on 4 different medications, including the inhaler. All kind of decongestant types or, Anyway, okay. Okay, this always needs to roll up against there. Oh, oopsie, this finger did not do what it needed to do. So you need to really focus on that finger right there. So the things to focus on are the thumb, pivoting along here, the finger staying in contact in the middle of the finger. One reason that happened is you really bent your wrist that time. So may I show you here? I'm going to come over here so you can see it from this angle. Okay, so I'm going to go down. I'm not moving this joint. I'm not moving it down. You see how I'm keeping this arm still? You could anchor it against your body. So it's going from here down, and I'm really looking here, and I'm noticing the contact there, and there shouldn't be a pressure point. When I come all the way down, I'm about a pinky width from the hair, and then I'm going to come back up. So this is the joint that doesn't like moving. These 3 joints tend to move pretty well. That joint doesn't, so that's why people end up bending their wrist and then kind of going like that. So do you see how the first finger did go down, but now it's catching the wrong spot? Okay, so you think that helped to see that? Okay, so look for the straight line. Now, let's see. Why don't you come over and put your hand up against here, since you're taller, maybe. Yeah. Okay, so look for this straight line from here up. So you're looking for a straight line all the way to here, but the knuckles, what you're gonna keep there because, okay, and now just, there you go. Yeah, it feels kind of out of balance, right? If you go down too far. Okay, I think that'll be a good way to do that.
What do you call this exercise?
I call it the downward because it's not out, downward thumb pivot.
Downward thumb pivot.
Right.
Okay.
So the thumb's pivoting along the nail. That's one of the key things. And then this